Eva Perón inspires her nation more than half a century after her death, and musicals continue to play to worldwide audiences. Even as late as January 2006, a revival of Evita was underway, with Elena Roger performing as Eva. The role was played by Elaine Paige in the original production more than 25 years ago, and by Madonna in a 1996 film adaptation. The film's theme song, "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina," was a worldwide top 40 song. Eva Duarte had come a long way. The young woman had fought her way up from poverty to a position of the highest power in South American politics. She started as an extra and a bit movie actress. She lacked formal education, but this was more than compensated by a shrewd native intelligence and perhaps a cold, logical mind. Her marriage to the canny Juan Perón, whom she'd met at a party, highlighted her calculated rise to the political hierarchy of Argentina. At Perón's side, she learnt much and became involved in the political arena of the Argentinian government. Eva Duarte made herself the First Lady of the South American Republic. Never one to rest on her laurels, Evita immediately took steps to further embed herself as an individual in the political turmoil of Argentina. She saw to the formation of what she called a social aid foundation. Business and government together were forced to subscribe more than $100 million a year to keep her foundation afloat. She managed to acquire a few of life's little luxuries, such as trips to Paris, and it cost the Argentinian taxpayer some $40,000 annually to keep Mrs. Perón in the finest array of French fashions. Her jewellery box was filled to overflowing with better than $250,000 worth of glittering baubles. Argentina's First Lady may have been fighting for the labour force, but she did not go without. Husband Juan Perón became suspicious of his wife's political ambitions. By August of 1951, young Evita was a dominant factor to some 17 million Argentinians. She held control of the woman voters and the trade union movement, and she was definitely a politician to be reckoned with. It seemed that Eva could conquer any political adversity, but she was unable to conquer the cancer that infused her body. Seen here, Evita is at her initial public appearance following the first of a series of hopeless operations, showing the unmistakable marks of her losing battle. The end came for Evita Perón on the evening of July 26, 1952, and Argentina, especially the working class, went into mourning. Over 700,000 of the faithful made a pilgrimage to her bier in Buenos Aires. 16 people were killed in the crash, and another 4,000 others were treated in hospitals. Special food kitchens had to be set up to feed the masses, who flocked to the capital city for the memorial services. Evita Duarte Perón now lay in state in her silver-trimmed cedar casket. Death had ended the career of, unquestionably, one of the most powerful women of the 20th century. Such was her influence that in July 2005, 53 years after her death, followers still arrived at the Recoleta cemetery carrying Argentinian flags, flowers, and pictures of their heroine. Adored by most Argentinians, she became even more popular than her husband, President Juan Domingo Perón. Evita's tomb is decorated with plaques, many from labor unions. Personal notes are stuffed in the door of the tomb, alongside bouquets of roses and carnations. In 1955, her embalmed body disappeared, allegedly stolen by the military. It was taken to Germany and then to Italy, where it was buried in secret for 16 years under a false name. When Juan Perón died in 1974, Evita's body was returned to Argentina, where it now lays next to her husband.